Hello, my name is Benson Chan. I'm coming to you here from CES 2024 at the IoT M2M Council booth. Today I'll be speaking with Bob Blumenscheid of Digi. Bob, if you could introduce yourself.
Sure. I'm Bob Blumenscheid and I'm a product marketing manager at Digi International. Digi is exhibiting here at the show. We're showing our wireless solutions and our OEM business unit solutions here. And we're part of the IoT area.
Oh, well, Bob, great to be speaking with you and welcome.
Thank you.
Hope you guys are having a great show.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I wanted to ask you about remote monitoring, remote management of embedded devices that's been deployed into the field. Is it a big problem? How's it done today, and where are some of the challenge areas?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's really a transformation that we're seeing, going from the old embedded products and really moving from embedded products that were made, programs, kind of ship and forget about it, into connected devices. And anybody who's starting a new IoT device now has to consider connectivity. The reason is, for remote device management and for device management as a whole, it's important to be able to manage that device throughout the life cycle. Not during design, but production, the life of its operation, and even exposure, even disposal. At the end of the product life, you have to be able to make sure that personal information or sensitive information is removed before it's discarded. So what we found is the traditional methods that might be posting an update on the website and hoping a user finds it, or shipping USB sticks, are ineffectual. Or then rolling trucks to do these upgrades out in the field is much more expensive. So we're seeing customers needing to do over-the-air updates and being able to put new features and, most importantly, new security updates to protect for security vulnerabilities in their products during the life cycle.
Now, you mentioned truck rolls and things like that. Are those being done well? Is there challenges that they?
Yeah, and that's a good point. Big challenges in keeping products updated and knowing what's out there. And with a connected device, you'll know right away which firmware version they're using or things. So that's a big challenge. And even just saying you roll a truck to a hospital, where is this device? So we're even finding not only we're putting connectivity services into it, but we're putting location services into the device as well. So not only do we know what the status of the device is, we can tell people where it is and they can see where it is. So those are some of the challenges. It's very inefficient, very ineffective, and it can cause big problems if that device is left vulnerable and not updated. It can potentially be the way that somebody gets in to a whole operation with a security breach.
And I can imagine that the problems get worse as there's more and more devices deployed, and some where it is, and some you don't know where it is.
Exactly. The solutions have to scale, and you have to be able to find all these things and know where they are. So, that service operation, whether it's the end user or it's the company, just gets spread too thin to be able to keep those updates going.
So, what is your approach? I mean, how should people be doing it? How should they start to think about it?
Yeah, so Digi's approach is to look at the services that customers need, and that's what we started with, where what specifically do the customers who are buying our hardware need? And we tailored solutions specifically to that. It's not a broad range of IoT services and total connectivity. It's very specific to our modules and paired closely with the module so that we know the software that's on it and we can monitor the security situation, and then also we can do a very close connection for over-the-air services, and that comes as a complete package when you start working with our traditional development kit. So you get not just a component, you get a complete solution that you can design into your product from the beginning.
Now, if I was someone that has deployed devices and I'm starting to think about this, how should I think about it? What are some of the questions I should be asking, or where should I be looking?
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's really that's exactly what first of all you should be doing. You should be asking questions at the beginning of your design process. Where is this product going? How am I going to connect to it? How many updates does it need? And really, most importantly, how are we going to architect that update? Do you want your end users to be able to have a dashboard to do their own? Do you want to offer a service to your end users where you keep your product updated? So they essentially are buying a online warranty service, or even your product as a service, or they're buying an updated product as a subscription. So you really need to understand that in the beginning. It's not really something you can bolt on when you've finished your hardware and software design.
So that's a good point, right? Think about it from the very beginning of the life cycle and think through the whole life cycle, and
exactly.
not at the very end as an afterthought.
Exactly.
Now, do you have any other advice, any other best practices that you can think of?
Yeah, so that really is the best practice, and the best practice is to take product lifecycle management across your whole solution. It's not just, it was traditionally you'd take hardware and you want to design components with 10-year or 15-year availability. And so you say, well, it's going to last for 10 years. But you really need to look now, who is the company who is making these components? Digi is a public company. We've been around since 1985, so really you need a reliable company to do this. And so most of our customers are thinking about software. They're being challenged with hardware. You need to think about lifecycle management for your software. If you're using Linux, what's your plan for the next 10 years for Linux drivers and everything else? And you need a vendor that can help you with really long-term availability on even the software. And then the last part of the stack is that vendor going to be around along with services that are going to be able to manage it. So you really need to build all of that stack together and make sure it's going to be there for the life of your product.
Well, Bob, thank you so much. This was very informative. Thank you for sharing with the audience. Bob, I wish you a best of show here at CES,
great.
and have a great show.
Yeah, thanks very much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks.